Hey guys, what's up? Most of y'all that know me know that I can't sit still. I'm always working on stuff, doing stuff. And I got this wild idea that I wanted to build a equipment shed on my property to put my tractor implements, and also got some goats that's expecting this winter, and I wanted to build maybe a stall to have a place to keep them warm while they were nursing. And I also wanted to do it without spending a bunch of money. It's just kind of a challenge to myself. So anyway, we had some large pieces of equipment come in at the company where I work at, and it was large machining equipment. So the frames were made out of metal, and also massive wooden pallets. So I got permission to get those, and anyway, I brought them home and started. My dad helped me unload everything, and we started tearing it down, seeing what we had. And I had a lot of material that I could use to build the shed with. And so here's what I got so far. It's these sections, these two sections here are like 14 by 7.5, and these two sections are like 7 by 12, something like that. So it ended up being a pretty big shed. Most of the post I got off the pallets. I did buy some treated post. That was the only money I have in it so far. And so I'm going to board up the sides with boards that I mill off these pines that I have on my property. So I got my chainsaw mill, and I've been playing around a little bit with it, trying to get figured out. And this log I got here is pretty big. My saw doesn't quite go all the way through it, so I'm going to try to figure out how to finish milling this up and get me some boards out of it. This is my first board here. You know, it turned out pretty good. It's a little thick. I wanted a 3/4 inch cut. I think that's like 1.25 inches. So I readjusted my mill, and I'm going to cut some more. So let's see how it goes, see how it turns out. Alright, so what I got here is I flipped this board over to try to get it as level as I could. And I got this ladder that Steve gave me. I'm going to make something better, but I just came across this ladder, and it works great. It's just a little awkward as far as keeping it level. So what I did was drilled some offset holes in the rungs. Stuck a level up here to get it level. I'll put these screws in to hold it in place, and then I'll make my next cut. Oh, that was horrible. I gotta fix this. This thing was, if I put more screws in it, it probably would have worked, but I got a big gap here. I have to have like a 4-inch screw to get down in the wood. So the whole thing was shaking with me. So anyway, I gotta fix that. But I got this cut done. At least I got a straight edge now, and I'm just gonna start milling. Probably just going to start milling the boards out now, and just rip them with the circular saw. I built me a fire pit here Saturday, and I put it over top of a stump, and today's Monday and it's still smoking, and you can see it burn out the roots all around. That's pretty big hole back in there. I probably could throw some wood on it and it'd start back up again. I've had a lot of people ask me about, I told them what I was doing, and they were asking me about my mill. I just bought this mill off Amazon, and it was like for a 30-inch chainsaw, which I'm not going to go out and buy a $2,000 chainsaw to cut a couple $100 worth of boards. But anyway, I had this Husqvarna 450 Rancher with a 20-inch bar, and I ended up just cutting it off because I knew I wasn't going to be cutting anything longer than that. That saw is not going to run a bigger bar. But anyway, so you have to have a ripping chain for this also. So I bought some ripping chains for this. It's supposed to give a little bit smoother cut. So I've watched a few videos on that. There's a lot of different processes out there, and everybody's got their own, so I'm just trying to figure out what works for me. So anyway, I'm getting ready to cut some boards. I'm ready to go. I got my depth set back to 3/4 of an inch, and I'm pretty excited. All right, let's see how it goes. Yeah, I don't think it's real square, but for shed siding, I don't think it really matters. I'm just gonna start ripping boards, and I'm hoping my saw, I got a 20-inch bar, and I'm hoping it's gonna span across that. If not, I'll just go back through the other side. But yeah, I gotta make something better. This is a Virginia pine. It's got some it has some good character to it. Most of my trees are loblollies, and they don't have knots in it. I don't know if you can see this one here. That's a loblolly, and it's probably 100 feet tall. There's a lot of board in that tree. Oh, look here. Fire's going. I found some old pine laying on the ground. Threw some leaves in there, and that pine has some sap in it, so it started up on its own. All right, let's start milling some boards. All right, that looks a little better. Exactly 3/4 of an inch. All right, so I'm gonna go with that. It's a pretty, that ripping chain leaves a pretty rough finish. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't matter for what I'm doing. If I wanted a smoother finish, they make a little hand planer that I've seen people use, battery operated hand planer, to get the rough cut out of it. But for what I'm doing, it's fine. I'm out of gas. That's only my fourth cut. Ah, it's getting dark, I can't see. Alright, I don't know how far that hole goes in there where those ants are. We'll keep cutting. We might find a their nest. Anyway, I gotta get a lantern. I don't have power down here, so it's getting dark. Man, that thing puts a lot of sawdust out. Alright, it's getting slower. I think my chain's getting dull, and also I noticed that at the end the chainsaw starts falling off because it doesn't have a support, and I don't really know what to do about that other than just put pressure on the back. But I can tell my board's getting more narrow here, so I may end up having to cut some of it off, which is fine because I only have to span like 7.5 feet. That's as fast as it goes. That's a brand new chain. I just changed it out. It's my first cut. Alright, so I finally got that board sawed up, and I got 12 boards out of it, and I'll take those up to the building, rip them into whatever size. If I can get a 10-inch, I'll get a 10-inch. If I get 8-inch, I'll get 8-inch. But alright, well, I'm not real happy with my sawbuck either. I made this thing out of pallets too, but I need to figure out something about the board. Wants to wobble a good bit once you get to the bottom, but I'll figure it out.